Gogos!
Gogo's Crazy Bones has been a prominent subject on my channel, as the 3 videos I uploaded talking about it are some of the most popular videos I've ever uploaded. With that being said, I thought it would be appropriate to make a, most likely, final video about Gogos. And since nobody has done an Iceberg video about Gogos yet, I guess I'll be the one to do it. For those of you who are unaware of how Iceberg videos work, basically Icebergs cover many topics about a single subject, from the most well-known topics all the way down to the most obscure, and that's exactly what I'll be doing in this video. By the way, a little disclaimer, I did not create this iceberg. The original creators of this iceberg are members of the unofficial Crazy Bones Discord server, so I'll leave an invite link in the description if you're interested in joining. Anyways, without further ado, let's take a deep dive into the Gogo's Crazy Bones iceberg. Cooler Now 123 was a Gogo's Crazy Bones stop motion YouTuber that made videos from 2010 to 2013. He created serial content featuring Fist, Cody, and Angaru. He even made 3D animations with these characters, but he eventually moved on from the series. He has since made all of his old videos unlisted ever since COPPA went into effect on YouTube in 2019. However, his old videos can all be found on his website. In 2011, Walgreens hosted a 1 million Gogos giveaway to promote Gogos being released in North America. The giveaway packs had a chance to include a very rare Gogo you can get called Miro K. Only 5,000 copies of this Gogo was ever produced. C1000 is a supermarket that's located in the Netherlands. From 2009 to 2012, they also gave away 3 Gogo sets, with one of them being entirely exclusive to the stores, the X-Gogo set. Similar to the Walgreens giveaway, there was also an incredibly rare Gogo called Golden Tissue, and if you were to get one of the 4,000 of them, you got to take a ride in a limo, and C1000 would donate 2,000 packs of Gogos to your school. Pretty neat. GUIs are Gogos that were not properly molded in factories and came out in various states of deformity. This is more common in the classic Gogos, as there was less quality control, but they are known to appear in modern Gogos, often in ones that are unpainted. Gogos Land, aka gogoscrazybones.com, was the official website for Gogos before it eventually shut down in August 2016. It hosted games, character creators, checklists, and more. It allowed people to upload their creations in the form of a video or an image, and whoever had the most popular upload had a chance to win prizes. You can only find the website on Wayback Machine, but many of the Flash features are no longer operational. Swap Day was an event in the UK promoting the Explorer set. It was hosted at the toy shop The Entertainer. It encouraged kids to come and trade Gogos with each other, and if you traded Gogos with an Entertainer employee, you would receive an exclusive laser mosh figure. Licensed sets of Gogos were collaboration sets with other companies. These sets would include Gogo-esque versions of the characters, or simply the character's design on a Gogo sculpt. They licensed properties such as Disney, Marvel, Dragon Ball Z, and Teruma D. Monica. On some Series 1 packs of Gogos, you can find a white version of the Angaru Gogo, even though no version of it ever existed. The same thing happened to another Gogo called Simi, who appears in both blue and green, as opposed to its typical set of colors. Zani Brainy was a toy store that was an offshoot of FAO Shorts. In 1996, they released 7 exclusive Gogos, 2 of which, original characters named Zaniac and Brainiac, were given out and sold in $5 tins. 2 more, sucker versions of Eggy and Jaws Gogos, were also released exclusively, and 3 more without names. These are very mysterious and have never been seen secondhand. They are the rarest of the 7 Gogos. Laser AU was an incredibly obscure Gogo that couldn't be pulled out of a typical pack. He is the character AU from Megatrip, but with a cherry red laser finish. There is a theory that he was a part of the Callies promotion, but there is no definitive answer to how you could actually acquire a Laser AU Gogo. The Breaks was a fictional band that starred 6 Gogos. This band was promoted by C1000, Talpa Music, and PPI worldwide in order to promote the Groovy Gogos app, which was a stop-motion tool for making Gogos music videos. The Gogos band released only 2 singles, which were both exclusively sold in C1000 stores. The Gogos Ambassador program involved people that were regularly emailed Gogos-related stuff, such as promotions and sneak peeks at future releases. They were even sometimes mailed samples and rare figures. Mr. Pico is an incredibly rare Gogo associated with the Series 2 set. Known as the Gogos Principal, he was meant to be distributed through schools, but the promotion wasn't successful, and he was often distributed through contests that were hosted on the Gogo's website, Facebook, and Twitter pages. His sculpt was later reused for another Gogo called Horo, similar to how the Miro K Gogo uses AU's mold. Glowy packs were released in 1996 and were a promotion for a Cleveland, Ohio newspaper, and each pack included 4 glow-in-the-dark Series 1 or Things Gogos. There were only a few hundred packs made for each series, making them incredibly rare. Zagoa was a custom Gogo that was created by a 10-year-old who won a 2009 competition that was exclusive to C1000 stores. People would submit their custom Gogo to the company, and the winner would be randomly chosen. Zagoa Gogo was chosen. It was made into a sticker. The winner of the competition also received many other prizes, one of those prizes being a bronze foot Gogo. PPI Worldwide is a distributing company that handled the majority of Gogo's creation and distribution. Besides certain distributors such as Magic Box in English-speaking countries, PPI is responsible for almost all Gogos in their original forms throughout the world. Team Ecuador refers to the extra 10th team in the foot series, Team Ticos, released only in Ecuador and Costa Rica through food promotions. The Lost TV show pilots refer to the cancelled Gogo's Crazy Bones TV series. A pilot was created and premiered, but was quickly taken down due to its poor quality. On December 15, 2021, the full pilot was found and uploaded by a YouTuber named Tisby. Back in 1998, Nintendo and Gogos planned to make Pokemon Gogos, but they were unfortunately cancelled for an unknown reason. There may or may not be existing prototypes, but as of this video, it's considered lost media. Precious Metal Mutants / Buddies are rare metallic versions of figures from the respective series. Unlike other classic sets, the gold and silver versions are very elusive and hard to find, and have only been known to appear in certain countries. The secret rares of Series 1 are 5 Gogos in specific colors: Angru in red, B-Boy in purple, Hiraku in orange, Fist in purple, and Hirocho in red. These are incredibly hard to find in Series 1 collections. During the late 90s, there was a van that went around to different cities in the US that would trade Gogos, play games with Gogos, and hand them out as prizes. The Israel collection refers to iconic collector Grenell's large collection of exclusive Gogos from Israel, such as Olympics and Super Goal. This was incredibly important in the early days of the community, as it helped to document and gain information on these then mysterious sets of figures. Matutolas were unofficial figurines that were designed to imitate Gogos. They are the Series 1 characters but with grotesque, distorted appearances and cheap plastic. They were available in Portugal exclusively and could be received after purchasing a bag of chips from Matuteno, which is a company based around making snacks. It's essentially the Portuguese version of Frito-Lay. So there's a bootleg of the black and white diamond Gogos tins, except there are a few differences between the real tins and the bootlegs. The bootleg tins are slightly bigger and they do not feature the characters that are in the respective versions on the tin itself, but instead the advanced tin characters. The bootleg tins were actually sold by Walgreens at one point so they can get rid of what they had left. It is theorized that these bootleg tins were made to get rid of factory stock of advanced. Unused figure designs of Gogos were Gogos that were never released but had concept art. It's a bit of a shame too, since some of the figures don't even look that bad. Celebrity figures are figures that were modeled after real people. Most famously, these include the two guys from the Gogo's Six Flags video, Q-Mac and J-Box. The only way you can get a Q-Mac or J-Box Gogo was if they came to your school in 2011 and just so happened to give you one of the two figurines. There were also one-of-a-kind Gogo figures created for celebrities Jay Leno and Bailey Madison, who are promoting Gogos at the time. In 1999, there were Gogos that were handed out to 10,000 kids at 5 Toronto Blue Jays baseball games in Canada. Along with the Gogos, they also gave away baseball cards of the Gogos themselves, and they're considered some of the rarest classic Gogos. Eggy is a classic Gogo that has many variants from different colors, sizes, etc. However, there's a rare variant of Eggy where he appears to have a smile under his eyes. It's unknown if Smiling Eggy was made for a promotion, but his existence remains a mystery to this day. Mosh is undoubtedly the big cheese of modern Gogos, but he had many design changes throughout the lifespan of modern Series 1. He had 2 to 3 distinct face print styles, and a lot of variation within them. Mold differences are essentially Gogos that had an original design that was later changed. For example, a classic Gogo named Inky had the design of a stereotypical Asian person with shut eyes and buck teeth. To avoid any sort of controversy, they gave the Inky Gogo pupils. Most of the time though, this was just a random change of shape or size. Along with the black and white diamond tin sets, the Power series of Gogos also had cheap bootlegs of the original characters. And dear god, they're ugly as hell. Like, the hell are you pointing at? You see that homeless guy over there? We're gonna kick his kneecaps and take his money on 3. I don't know. In 2016, the elusive Olympic set was re-released in honor of the Rio Olympics that year. The figures were identical, but there was no Gogos branding at all for some reason. Piggy is a classic Gogo from the Thing series designed to be some sort of coin bank. Honestly, I don't see it, but whatever. When you turn her upside down, her face looks like Eric Cartman from South Park. Intentional or not, that's pretty funny to think about. Gogo Crazy 2 is an unofficial YouTube channel that was made to upload videos that were submitted from the Gogo's Crazy Bones website. It still exists today, and you can watch old videos of kids being getting creative with their Gogos. The channel spawned some controversy as it would upload people's content without their permission. Steen is a Gogo from the Megatrip series that apparently had a gold version that was given out exclusively to PPI employees. He came into special case and has only been seen in a magazine article. The Great Gogo's disappearance is basically an inside joke with the community where Gogos from your childhood would get lost and you can't find them years later. Now, when I saw this on the Iceberg, I thought it was going to be an old video series from like 2010, but apparently not, I guess. In both the classic and modern eras of Gogos, officially licensed merchandise was sold in stores. The merchandise was shirts, pajamas, and more. Not gonna lie, if they were still available today, I'd probably buy a shirt or two. In 2011 and 2012, an old Flash game called Hallow Hotel had a collab with Gogos to promote the foot set. You can get an in-game shirt by listing your favorite foot Gogos. Back in the early to late 2000s, a company called Emax released a line of toys called Frickies, so they could try and compete with Gogos. Before that, however, they also created E-Flyers, which were essentially magnets shaped like monsters. In 2005, they released a set of SpongeBob E-Flyers, possibly also inspired by Gogos according to the Gogos wiki. So I asked the Crazy Bones server what Gogo's identity was, and apparently it's another inside joke where people would ask who Gogo is. It's called Gogos, Crazy Bones. So who the hell is Gogo? Get it, guys? Okay. Gogo Hits was a German album that included 10 different songs, with 6 of them being songs about Gogos. The songs are all 2010 European dance pop music, and it's just super goofy. The rest are just random songs from different artists like Britney Spears, French Affair, and others. Gold macro foots refers to 2 foot Gogos in gold form. Those 2 Gogos are Lou and Reyes. The unknown Gogo toys are 2 Gogos from the Brazil's release of Buddies and Mutants by the same name. They were completely unique and not seen anywhere else. They have no name, sticker, or identification. Beanie Palace was a 90s toy store geared toward Beanie Babies. Apparently a place owned by someone who had the founder of Magic Box Toys as a regular in his store. The founder of Magic Box Toys grew attached to the store and had a deal with the owner where he gave him over 1,000 classic packs of Gogos, each of the packs having a guaranteed Eggy Gogo in them. As expected, the antique store ran out of packs very quickly, and some of those packs are being sold by the owner on eBay to this day. Very interesting. In 2012, an Australian mountain climber named Paul Hemeister climbed Mount Everest along with the Hiraku Gogo. He brought it with him because his 9-year-old daughter gave it to him as a good luck charm. The reason why Hiraku was specifically chosen is because Hiraku is marked 23 on the Gogos Series 1 checklist, and 23 is Paul's lucky number. Very sweet. Spread releases are essentially just the fact that Gogos can look incredibly different in many different regions of the world. In other words, if you are used to North American Gogos, then other Gogos released in different regions can look incredibly diverse in comparison. A big example is the Megatrip series, with it having different colors, print designs, finishes, and characters depending on location. In the classic era of Gogos, Gogos were made from random pieces of plastic that came in varieties of random colors. So, essentially, you could say that it would be quote-unquote impossible to collect every single variant of one classic Gogo, because they come in an infinite amount of colors. While with modern era Gogos, it's possible since the colors they came in were specifically chosen by the designers. In the mid-2010s, the elusive Megatrip set had a limited release in Mexico. It was a clone of the Turkey release of the set and was only available as bonuses with Gogos coloring books. Back in 1998, there was an exclusive promotion for Hubba Bubba and Gogos in Canada, where if you sent 3 Hubba Bubba wrappers to presumably Magic Box Toys, then they would send you back exclusive figures in return. But to this day, the figures in question remain lost in time. Back in the 90s, there was a Christian forum website where religious extremists would give safety ratings for pretty much anything they could think of. One entry talked about how Gogos are quote-unquote demonic in nature because of their designs, names, games, and presence of alien characters. So apparently, there are unofficial classic era Gogos NFTs that are being sold on the crypto website called OpenSea, and it's 100% real. No joke. Their selling point is to essentially capitalize on people's nostalgia for Gogos, and so far there are almost 1,000 owners as of this video. I know how a lot of people feel about NFTs, and trust me, I'm in the same boat, but I'm not really angry about this, just more so flabbergasted and confused. Bloody Short Film refers to a piece of Gogo's lost media simply titled Gogos on YouTube. It was a 2010 short film for a sort of contest or festival. In the short, 2 adults who are dressed and acting like kids are on the playground playing with one kid's original Crazy Bones collection. The other kid picks out a pink Eggy and it begins speaking to him. It convinces him to take a gun from someone's bag and kill his friend. The short ends as Strawberry Fields Forever plays. Yeah, very odd. And yeah, that's everything the Iceberg has to offer. In conclusion guys, Gogos will forever have a special place in my heart, and it had a huge impact on the channel and myself as a person. Despite knowing a lot about Gogos, this Iceberg has taught me quite a lot about things I didn't even know about. With that being said, I would like to thank Lucy and Funky Fighters from the Crazy Bones Discord server for polishing the script for me, and also for contributing and adding more entries to the Gogos Iceberg. You're probably asking if this will be the last Gogos video I will upload. Well, I've already made 4 videos about these plastic figurines, and I think I've talked about everything there needed to be talked about. However, if some new stuff comes up with Gogos, or I find something that's video worthy about Gogos, then I'll consider a 5th video. But for now, this will most likely be the final Gogos video I will ever make. And with that, that's all I gotta say. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, turn on notifications, share this video with your friends, and leave a comment below talking about anything and everything Gogos related, or just corrections to some mistakes I might have made in this video. I read every single comment that I get. With that being said guys, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.